What's up, y'all? Flare Infinite here, back again with another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full review of this entire computer, breakdown and everything. So, to make things simple, we're going to go to a spec sheet, and where to check it, we're going to go ahead and, let me see. So but first things first, from the top of my head, I just want to explain to y'all right now that this version, this Galaxy Book 2 Pro 360, does not come with an HDMI port. And it does not come with the old school charging, old school fast charging. So it will not be like much of a brick charger like the old school. And this is only USB-C. There is no USB ports on the original. There is one USB port. There is also not just one USB port, but there's also an HDMI port. There's also an HDMI port, okay? As well. And on this model, there is a micro SD card slot, so if you need to transfer stuff, go ahead. Just make your life simple. But if you're wondering, how am I getting all my stuff done? Well, obviously just get an adapter, but let me show you. Okay. USB and adapter. Wait. Adapter, HDMI, and yeah. Okay. But if you do want to get started, you can go right here. These are not just for like your MacBooks and all that, but they're also multi-use. I'm gonna say right now, this one's one of the best on the market. Comes with a coupon, but you can find a bunch of these on the market, and it's got the micro and SD card slot, and you also get a bunch of USB ports. I wouldn't say this is the best one on the market. Let me find it. Okay. Let me find it. USB-C hub, HDMI, and SD card. So, we're going to look for the cheapest one. The best deal you're going to get is going to be like down here, right here. QG. And do not listen to all these other brands saying 4K 60. That doesn't matter. This is fast, this is 4K. And it comes in different colors for good prices. But you just need the silver one. What's the point of colors? The silver one looks clean as it is. But yeah, you get up to 3 USB ports. You get 1 USB-C port. You also get HD card reader and micro SD card reader. You can definitely expand that if you've got the 2-in-1 SD card for micro and regular. You also have an HDMI port, which means you can hook up your laptop to your TV and connect your controller to your computer through Bluetooth, of course. Which comes in very handy for cloud gaming or TVs that do not support cloud gaming, or anything that doesn't support screen share. You don't have the money for a Fire Stick, because Fire Sticks are very expensive right now. And don't you dare think that you're getting it for a cheap price right now. You're not. Even when you get those sales, you're just getting the regular price of what happened before inflation. Just newer, okay? That's why you need to see these deals. You need to make a move. Okay. So from the top of my head, the specs on this thing is an Intel Evo i7. What does that mean? Well, it means you have Intel Iris Xe graphics merged into the Intel i7 graphics card, which means you're going to be playing games with shaders. You're going to be seeing things like HDR. It could run HDR on the games. You can run all the beautiful stuff, including OLED. You could be running all of that on the games, no issue, flawlessly at 60 to 120 FPS. The lowest you'll ever see yourself go down to is 30 FPS, which is like never. Especially if you're running Razer Cortex like I do on games like VR Chat, but Razer Cortex does not always work. It does not always work, by the way, with every game. It works with Roblox, it works with every game, but the thing is, sometimes the screen, it changes your screen color and makes it way too bright. So sometimes your gameplay is already smooth enough as it is. If you over smooth it, what will happen is it will start to short circuit and it will change your screen color. Yes, that's an error that happens. And I will do a pros and cons video on Razer Cortex next if this video hits 20 likes. I'm just asking for 20 likes. I will do a full review on Razer Cortex and the things you need to know. So, another thing you need to know about this laptop is that it goes 21 hours, depending on what you're doing. If you're a light user that does YouTube and you want the battery life to last, well, you do not forget battery saver is the reason why it lasts 21 hours in the first place. If you're on balance mode all the time, you're gonna get the best performance and cooling. But if you run battery saver, it's not gonna slow down your performance really, unless you're playing like super intensive games, maybe. But then again, I've played VR Chat with battery saver on before, no issues whatsoever. Maybe a hiccup once or twice, every so rare, but yeah, battery saver won't kill your performance, especially if you're a laptop gamer and you want to play on the go and you want to go somewhere. This is definitely one of those laptops that are made out of good material, made out of pure stainless steel. It's got a good screen. The really good screen, actually. One of those kind of scratch-resistant screens. From minimal scratches, you won't screw up your screen like MacBook does. The MacBook M2 Air series is awful. Okay, it's not even optimized yet. Why buy it? It's not even optimized. And they just came out with the Book 3 series recently. So, and the Book Ultra, Book 3, and all that, the Pro or whatever. They have it all. And they've also added a GeForce graphics card to that thing. Apple won't be competing for a good while until they can optimize their M2 and to be like their M1. Okay? This thing runs 120 FPS on low to medium settings and high settings. You could play high settings on this thing, 60 FPS to 90 FPS on Minecraft, flawlessly. No frame drops, no hiccups, no nothing. So we will also go into the gaming, and I will turn my HDR off, because I know y'all are seeing this differently. HDR is not supported on this thing for people that are watching videos. Let me turn that thing off. So yes, I had to turn that off because y'all aren't going to see HDR. And yes, HDR does make everything look colorful, a little bit more colorful, but you could turn it off and it still looks pretty good. And the colors will be pretty accurate. It just knows where darkness and lightness, go up. But I want to be able to have my brightness up and y'all still be able to watch this at the best you can. So, features. This is running a 1080p display. Don't you dare think this is a 4K display. 1080p display, okay? You can go as low as 600p to 800p. But if you really want to lower your graphics, be my guest. Go to 720. Might boost your performance. But you can run 1080p on everything easily. Now, another thing that is really good about this is that you could flip your orientation and use this thing like a tablet. It is a 2-in-1. This thing's amazing. You could flip it 360, a full 360 to 180, and use this thing as a tablet. And it's dual speaker, so no matter what angle you have it in, it's amazing. Okay? Even if the speakers are covered, you're going to still hear this thing, whether you have a cooling fan or don't. I'm running this thing with a cooling fan because I'm a gamer. It's just common sense. If you're going to get a laptop, especially for gaming, whether it's gaming or not, you can buy the cooling fan for half the price and have 10 times better cooling. And people talk about these complaints like, oh, it doesn't cool correctly. Well, problem solved. Get a cooling fan. A laptop cooling fan. Whoa. Revert. What did I just do? What did I just do? Okay. So, you can go to advanced display information. You're only going to run 60 hertz on this thing. You're not going to be able to see 120 to 90 FPS, but you will still see smoothness while running 60 hertz. Now, it tells you everything here. It's color format, RGB, which means color accurate, and 1080p. Now, it will also tell you exactly which HDR brand, and you can learn more about the information of this thing, but that's really all you need to know. Now, you can also do multiple displays, which is amazing. And you can also go to advanced displays, check your display information here in Windows 11. You can also check out what graphics you have. Now, they also have in Windows 11 simple Bluetooth connections. You can change your Bluetooth and all that, but the features that you're here for the innovation. There is a pen on the back. If you go here, grab the pen, there's a little functionality at the bottom. And you can click on that functionality and you can do whatever. You can go to your whiteboard, you can go to your snipping tool, you can go to install journal, all that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So if you need a journal or you need to write or you need to type, it's all built in. It's really awesome. You can even use it as your little mouse. You can tap between apps like so. It's pretty cool. So Apple stepped up your game and put the Apple Pencil on your latest computers. So let's go check out the journal. Showcase the features, because why not? Continue, 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 continue. Next, 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 next. Okay. So let's add new journal. You can even write your name. I'm not the best writer, I'll tell you that much, especially not on here. That's my name reveal. But yeah. So you can be able to draw whatever you want. As simple as that. Very responsive. Works like a regular pen. And yes, you can get alternatives. If you do not have this computer, or you can't afford the pencil, the 360 model, but you want the HDMI port, the best thing you can do is just buy a knockoff for 30 bucks, 20 to 30 bucks, half the price, and it'll work just perfectly fine. 20, 25, 30 bucks. Now, this computer has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and this is the 1 terabyte model. And yes, this thing is lightweight and portable. It's got an OLED screen with AMOLED technology. It's got a backlit keyboard. So if you want to use this thing at night, you can. The screen is bright enough to light the keyboard either way. So even if you want, you can turn on and off the backlit keyboard. Like watch. If I keyboard brightness to 100. See? Now, another thing you must know is that this is a 16:9 screen resolution, but the screen size is a 15.6. So this is one of the biggest screens you'll find on a laptop. The second biggest will be the 17-inch laptops that you can get from HP. HP knows what they're doing, and they make humongous laptops for twice the value, for half the price, for like 500 bucks. The catch, lower storage, okay? You want a big computer, high storage, will pay more to get more. Now there is one downside of this laptop and why you need a cooling fan for gaming. This thing overheats, doesn't overheat badly, but it surely does get warm, especially if you're charging it. I need to unplug it. But yeah. And eventually, at some point in life, when you're charging this thing and it turns green, it will not be 100, it will be 99, and the battery sustainability is going to be amazing on this thing, of course. So no matter what you put it up to, it's going to last a while, especially on the newer version. But yeah, lightning bolt ports. Here's the headphone jack. Comes with a headphone jack as well. So don't panic, y'all. This isn't like their flagships, okay? And let's hope it never goes that route with the frickin' laptops, man. There's USB-C ports only, so get an adapter. Because I know one of y'all are up in here are going to use a wireless mouse that's not USB-C. It's probably going to be battery powered rather than rechargeable. Let's be realistic here, unless you got the Magic Mouse or you got a top tier mouse. You don't see that happening. Now, base storage is 512 gigabytes. Between 512 gigabytes, and there's probably a 120, 256 gigabyte model for the base model, but this is the storage. And running under Core i7, Windows 11, you'll get 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is great for gaming. Anything between 16 gigabytes of RAM and above is going to be amazing for gaming. Even 4 gigabytes of RAM is good for gaming, especially for a Minecraft player or a light gamer. Like Call of Duty Mobile, pretty decent. And this is also going to be touchscreen. So, you also will be getting Wi-Fi 6E, which means you will be able to support 6 gigahertz of Wi-Fi. And that thing, 6 gigahertz of Wi-Fi, that's not even out yet for phones. Take that to know. And you will be able to run 5G Wi-Fi, no issue. 4G Wi-Fi, no issue. 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, no issue. You're running the latest Wi-Fi support, so you will not be getting stutters. Maybe once or twice on cloud gaming, but never a single stutter in your life. Unless you're 1% battery. Now, you also will be getting not just stereo speakers, but these are Dolby Atmos stereo speakers. You will be getting top-line bass with a thin form factor, but no matter what angle you have it, rather you're in tablet mode, or you've got it flipped over as a kickstand, or you've got it in laptop mode, you're still getting that bass. And you'll hear it from the corners, you'll feel it from the corners. You're getting your money worth. Now, one of the craziest parts about this laptop that a lot of laptops aren't including, especially budget ones. Fingerprint sensor. The fingerprint sensor on this is better than what they had to offer with the thumb and the multi-fingerprint sensor to a degree from the Galaxy Book Ion and Ion 2 series with the option of the NVIDIA graphics card. But it is better when it comes to speed, but it's not better when it comes to choice. Because it's a smaller fingerprint sensor, but it works as a power button, so that gives you multi-functionality. You also get a 65-watt USB-C adapter, which is your charger, your fast charger. So you'll go from, let's say, you wanted 50%. You're at 50%. Well, you will be fully charged within, let's say, 30, 20 minutes or so. No time. It all depends. Now, here's the weight. This is a light but heavy at the same time. This is lightweight to a degree, but heavy to a degree. Especially if you're having a case. And the price is $1.3 thousand. The prices are going to drop. I would skip on this if I were you. And yes, there is an Intel i5 model as well, which is slightly cheaper. And yes, there is magnets on this laptop, so you can put your S Pen in majority of places. But yes, and it will also charge it too. And it comes with an S Pen included in the box. Speakers aren't the best out of the bunch, but they're usable. And it also has a curvy body form factor. So, what is the catch? The catch is it overheats. Its battery life isn't the best for gaming. You're getting between 2 hours to 6 hours of battery life. But if you're playing something like Minecraft, you're getting between 6 to 12 hours of battery life in gaming. Depending on your settings, depending on how many apps you have open, and depending if you're just doing singular. Now, one thing I also think that is very well optimized on here is the Microsoft Store. Everything on this is fast. Flawlessly fast, especially with the 5G. Like, look how quick that loaded, y'all. Normally this app is known for loading slowly. You already know that by now, though. More likely if you're a Windows user, that is. But you can get games like Forza Horizon 5. You can install that. You can install that on your computer. You can get Destiny 2. I know there's some Destiny 2 fans up in here. I know that for sure. Yes, you can even install it if you have Game Pass. Would I recommend it for your CPU? No, because it's gonna overheat. But if you're doing cloud gaming, this thing runs flawlessly. That's the thing about these thin laptops and why they made the Ultra. It's their marketing tactic. Would I say pick this thing up? No. I would say pick it up if you're a Samsung user and you want all the nice features like the S Pen. You can also do project, which is another nice feature. You can do project. And you can also screen share your phone onto here. Samsung mostly, or with an app, or you could screen share this to a TV if you've got a Samsung TV or a Fire Stick. So let's do a little bit of a gaming test. Those load times are not loading at light speed unless you're on here on the PC. Okay, especially laptop have light speed. So here is one of my worlds, for instance. It's going to show you loading times. I'll show you what a light world, how a light world loads, and how a big world loads with a bunch of stuff in it already. So here's the load times. Loading resource packs. There is no resource packs really besides the newer version. And I'm going to show you the load times. There's the load times. This game will run 60 to 120 frames per second on this laptop. That was creepy. Then you can press E. But yeah, let me pull up the menu. Let's go to settings. Let's go to video. And I will show you how this game runs on 40 chunks. Runs flawless on 40 chunks, but there will be stutters when stuff like raining happens or I am jumping off buildings. But yes, it starts to kick in over time and get a little laggy. So drop that down to 10 chunks. 15 chunks, yeah. Now, save and quit. Let's go to a big world. My wrong world, dang it. Back. Go back. There we go. Quick little gaming test. Load time on that. So, this is on 15 chunks. I will run the rain. Okay. You know what? Let me make this a little bit more demanding. Weather, thunderstorm. Here's 15 chunks, which is Nintendo Switch average. I'll go down in the caves even. Okay. Now, time to place the chunks up to 40, see how the game handles. And this is max graphics, by the way. You're going to be running this game at 30 to 60 FPS with 40 chunks, which consoles can't even run majority of the time unless it's the newer gen. So this is very flawless. As you can see, I go down here. Everything runs pretty much fine. A little choppy, between 30 to 60 FPS consistent though. And I don't know why my avatar isn't loading in. But right here, we're gonna test this game on medium graphics. It's medium graphics right here. Flawlessly running between 40 to 60 FPS. But I am recording, so frames will drop. Turn this down a little bit. Let's see how high graphics are with recording. How good they run. Definitely experiencing some frame drops while I'm recording on OBS. We'll see what happens when we play medium graphics with full screen. Okay, let's see how this rolls. Running pretty smooth. Not the best, nor the worst. So if you're a Roblox gamer, I would recommend this to y'all. For sure. Now let's see how max graphics run on full screen. Okay, it runs way worse. But it's still playable. We're running 30 FPS, 25 FPS right now. Upscaling to 40 FPS depending where we're driving. Pretty good though, pretty good. The graphics look amazing. You can see the shaders and everything. Now I'm going to end the video here, y'all. I will see you on the next, and I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hit the like button and subscribe, and hit the share button and share this to others.